What's up, people? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Right? Yeah. Okay, so as most of you probably know, I've been living in Germany for the past 8 months or so. It's been my second year in Germany, so I spent a lot of time in Germany, but now I'm back in the States. You know, living in a different country will help you grow and kind of change you a little bit, and you'll get new perspectives on stuff. So what I want to do today is give you 5 habits or behaviors that I have picked up living in Germany and I've brought back with me here to the States. Number 1, recycling. I made a video about how hard the garbage and recycling process was in Germany. It's still very hard and complicated to me, but it has made me much more conscientious of putting the proper recycling in recycling bins and garbage in the garbage bins and stuff like that. I'm very aware of when I need to recycle, and I try and do a much better job of recycling now that I've spent some time in Germany, so thank you for that, Germany. Using the garbage disposal. Now this kind of goes along with recycling a little bit, and I've talked about this in a video before, but here in the States, a lot of times when you're done with your food and you didn't eat all of it, you put the leftover food in the sink down the garbage disposal and it goes down through the sewage system like that. Since I've been home, I have not put any food down the garbage disposal, which I am proud of, mostly because I'm eating all my food on my plate. So we have good weather. So that is something that has changed for me. I don't just throw food down the sink anymore. Good job, man. I made a couple videos about this, but driving in Germany and driving in the States is pretty different in my opinion. Driving on the highway here, the speed limit, usually for most of the highway, is about 55 miles per hour. That's, let me check this. That's about 88 kilometers per hour. So super, super, super slow. Now in Germany, people are pretty good about staying out of the left lane unless they're passing or driving really, really fast. Here in the States, people are terrible at this. And like, I would say most people don't understand that's the process that's supposed to take place on the highway or on the roads. We'll have people just sitting in the left lane, driving about 50 miles an hour, puttering along, not even realizing they're holding up traffic and stuff like this. After the freedom of driving so fast on the Autobahn, in the left lane and passing people, having to have such a slow speed limit has just made me kind of give up on driving fast. So I just drive in the middle lane at the speed limit very slowly. When I get back to Germany, I'll enjoy the freedom of fast driving again. Alright, this isn't necessarily something just from Germany. This is just from being in a country where you don't speak the native language very well. I can kind of communicate a little bit, but since I've been back in the States and I'm living in a native English-speaking country, I have been a little bit chatty with like store workers or coffee shop workers, cafe workers, stuff like this, because in Germany, when I communicate with them, I can only really communicate on a very basic level. I come in and say, hello, can I have a cappuccino, please? And that's about it. I can't really do, you know, small talk, back and forth banter, how's your day, blah, 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 stuff like this. So now that I can communicate fully with the people that I'm interacting with, I am getting a little bit chatty. I hope I'm not annoying people. You know, I'm kind of asking people, hey, how's your day? When you done with work? Is everything going well? Now, this last one is something that I really like, and it's very, very subtle, and a lot of people probably don't notice this, but when Germans speak English, they speak it a slightly different way, and they use different words than I would typically choose. It's still proper English, it's still grammatically correct, but sometimes they'll say things differently, and now I've started to do this now, and I just did it right there. I've started to do this. Usually I would say, I've started to do that. So what I've noticed is that a lot of times a German person will say, hey, we saw a movie over the weekend, this was a very good movie. How I would say that in the past is, hey, we saw a movie this past weekend, it was so good. So a lot of times you'd say it or that instead of this. But I found myself using this a lot more. So I'll say, hey, we went and saw a movie last weekend, this movie was really good. And sometimes people look at me because it sounds a little bit weird, but it's still proper English, I'm pretty sure. So I've been doing this a lot. And again, I just did it right there without even thinking. In the past, I would say I've been doing that a lot. Like I said, it's totally proper English still, but it just sounds a little bit more formal, and I like how this sounds. So those are the 5 little behaviors, activities, habits, whatever, that I've picked up from living in Germany for so long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and I will see you next time.